What's happened, you bad motherfuckers? It's Monday, September the 6th. The joint is brought to you from the heart of New Jersey by DraftKings. Listen to me. Football season has arrived, cocksuckers. The first Sunday of the NFL is finally here. Sunday, September the 12th. You got the Jags at the Texans. You got the Chargers at Washington. The Seahawks at the Colts. It's the best fucking time of the year. Listen, I am fucking ecstatic. We'll be watching Sundays every Sunday. I'll have DraftKings in my pocket, downloaded on the fucking phone, because DraftKings is the official sports betting partner of the NFL, giving all new players a hell of a fucking offer. All right, let me tell you something. Bet $1 on any NFL game this season and cash $200 in free bets, no matter what. You heard me right. Free fucking money. DraftKings is the best in the West. It's safe, secure, and reliable. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code Joey to receive $200 in free bets when you place a $1 bet on any week one game. It's that easy. For a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook app. Download it right fucking now. You got to be 21 or older. New Jersey, Indiana, Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Restrictions do apply, but DraftKings.com Sportsbook. See them for details. Now, if you got a gambling problem, you got to call 1-800-GAMBLER. If you're in Indiana, 1-800-9-WITH-IT. If you don't have a problem, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and let's win some fucking geeters. You can't get into any problems in DraftKings because you got to pay as you bet. This is not betting over your head. This is more fun, cocksuckers. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. The joint is also brought to you by CBD Lion. From the CBD capsules, the broad spectrum, to the vegan CBD gummies, to the CBD cream, to the extra smooth. I mean, listen, the bath balls, the hemp flower. I can't even tell you all the great things about CBD Lion. What you need to do is go to CBDLion.com, read the third-party lab results, and ask yourself, do I need this in my life? I got a knee that bothers me. I got some anxiety. I have some problems sleeping. These gummy bears will put you out. They got melatonin. They're tremendous. But do me a favor. The ball's in your court. Go to CBDLion.com right now. Read, CBN, CBD, CBY. Make your order. They'll recommend what you need. Put in code Joey, Joint, Church, and get 20% off delivered to your fucking crib. You understand me? It's that easy. CBD Lion will put it together for you every time. So go to CBDLion.com right now. Look at the fine selection of CBD products, like I said to you. From the bath ball to the cream, pressing code Joey, and the world is your oyster. You understand me? CBD Lion, code Joey, get 20% off, delivered right to your house. Let's get this party started right now. The joint Monday morning.
Come on in. Yeah, Joey's in the back.
Check 1, 2. Welcome to Uncle Joey's Joint.
What's happening, you bad motherfuckers? It's Monday, September the 5th. Just sounds fucking good saying September the 5th. Like I told you in the beginning of the 6th. Oh, shit. 2, 3, 4. Wow. The 6th already. Holy shit. This is what I'm fucking talking about. It just feels good. It just fucking feels good the first week of September. I don't know about you guys. It just feels great. Happy Labor Day. I know a lot of you are fucking planning on barbecuing and seeing your buds this afternoon and whatever. It's great. I'm doing the same fucking thing, so don't feel bad. I had a great weekend. I'm doing a lot fucking better. As you could tell by looking at me and how I'm talking, it's been quite a fucking ride. But the weeks are getting easier. I took my daughter to see the fucking 10 Rings of Chin Chow on fucking Saturday. Tremendous movie. Fuck yeah. Let me tell you something. All those Disney movies are a lot better than anything you'll fucking see on your own. I am just convinced. They you know, from Despicable Me to fucking all those movies, you sit there with your kids, if you have kids, I don't know, I'm talking to young people or old people, I don't give a fuck. But if you sit there, you know, you're like, oh, this is going to suck. And then you start paying attention and watching it, and you're like, you know what? This isn't bad. And they're playing good music. What Pixar did was start playing good music to get the parents involved. So now my daughter's sitting in the fucking car. We'll be driving. We'll listen to 70s on 7 on Sirius, and she'll hear I'm Still Standing by Elton John. And she's like, Dad, it's Elton John. So it's fucking tremendous. They get to learn a little bit. But I've been to movies, like regular movies. They just suck. Disney and Marvel put so much into their fucking movies, like especially Disney, Pixar. It was just great. My daughter drank a fucking whole thing of slushy. First off, the movies in Jersey are a fucking ripoff. Listen, I'm not a cheap person by no means, but when I pay $7.01 for a bottle of fucking water, let me tell you something. I drank that fucking water all the way to the end. I melted it. I snorted it. I fucking shit it out. And then I got a nickel back for the fucking bottle. $7. I'm drinking every drop of that fucking water. When I got water, a popcorn for my daughter. I hate fucking popcorn and the fucking smell of it. And I'll eat it, though, if it's buttery and I'm stoned to the gills. But I wasn't stoned and whatever. So I fucking got a popcorn, a slushy, and a water. And it was $23. And I fucking could not believe it. And then I went back for a hot dog, and it was $7. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit? And you don't say nothing. You with your kid, you know, you don't even think about it till you get in the car. Trust me, I didn't even think about it in the car. I thought about it as I was giving her the $7, that this fucking hot dog better be that good. Do you guys remember when Vinny, I don't know if you remember, there was this guy, Vinny Curto, a boxer, great guy. He did Beauty and the Beast, fucking great episode. And then he did The Church once or twice. Great episodes, always a tearjerker. The guy's fucking got he's just a fucking knowledge. He's just a fountain of knowledge, Vinny Curto. He's a boxer. He's a great guy. I haven't spoken to him in like 4 years. He disappeared. I called the number, but Vinny used to have a story about fucking Sinatra. If you get Sinatra live at Caesar's Palace, Vinny Curto spread all over the fucking album. He's in there, pictures of him, the whole thing. And he has a story that he went to Sinatra's in Palm Springs at one day, and he's sitting there, and that Sinatra came out of the room hungover, and he's like, you know what? I'm in the mood for a hot dog. You in the mood for a hot dog, Vinny? I'm in the mood for a hot dog. He called the pilot, and he goes, do me a favor, go to Vegas and pick up some hot dogs and come back. The fucking plane trip was like $3,000, and the hot dogs were maybe like $14. You know, it was more for the trip to Vegas than the hot dogs, right? So Vinny Curto said when the hot dogs came back, he was poor. You know, he was impressed that Sinatra got fucking hot dogs from Las Vegas and got them flown back. And he goes, he ate every fucking single hot dog because he clocked them at like $100 a piece. So he just kept eating them. He goes, these are the best fucking hot dogs I've ever eaten in my life at $100 a piece. And that's the same way I feel about this water. It's this fucking water. It's a Dasani water they charged me $7 for. I brought that motherfucker home. You know how you usually throw away a water when it's got 2 inches in it? This motherfucker, I'm drinking every fucking lick of this fucking thing. So that was great, you know, going to the movies with her. I'm a movie guy. I don't know if you guys know this or whatever. I grew up a movie guy. It is a shame what's going on in this country today with theaters. It's a shame. I told my wife yesterday, I go, you know what? I have a new mission in life. I think I want to open up a fucking small theater. Like that theater in Newark. There's a theater in Newark that's old and ratty. You open that up, you clean the rats out of there, you take some of the sperm off the fucking floor, you put a nice carpet in there, you make nice brownies with fucking walnuts in them, you make a nice popcorn with fresh butter, not that fucking liquid fucking shit they give you at the movie theater. And you just have like chocolate chip cookies that are made every 30 minutes, even if they're fucking popping fresh dough, you know, the ones you chop. Just something nice at a movie theater. And just, you know, let the people know, listen, man, I got nice stuff here. I'm going to put some couches, some footrest up, some nice chairs. You know, I'm going to charge you $20, but it's going to be an experience like any fucking other. You know, that's what I'm thinking of doing, but I know I'm going to get raped, you know. I heard that when you show a movie, you don't make a dime. You don't make a dime on the movie. You have to pay everything you make on that movie. You have to pay. You make your money on the popcorn and the $7 fucking waters and the fucking, you know, the whole thing. So I get it, part of it, but no, I don't get part of it. Why the fuck should I pay $7 for a fucking movie? Pay top dollar for the fucking. You got to give me a breather somewhere. My wife, when I came home, she's like, well, you're part of the fucking AMC club. Who gives a fuck? It's still fucking $6.50 for a fucking hot dog. That's just unheard of. And then today, some guy told me, Sunday I went to a football game, and some fucking guy told me, he goes, nah, that's why I sneak my own shit into the fucking movie theater. Waters, Raisinets, Goobers, the whole fucking thing, because if not, you get raped in there. But, you know, you feel cheap. You feel like you're robbing from somebody. It's not what I'm into doing, but what are you going to fucking do? But I think the highlight of my weekend, I went to a football game, a kid's football game. It started raining. It was great. I think the highlight of my weekend was last week I was watching something on Showtime, and they said that they were coming out with a Rick James documentary. And I was fucking excited. I don't know if you guys know this. I love Rick James. Love him. Love him. I've seen over 100 concerts. Okay? I've seen some phenomenal technical concerts, like people doing their job. Like Pink Floyd. Judas Priest was always tremendous. Aerosmith was always shitty. You know, Ted Nugent was always great. Pat Benatar put on a good show. But then I went to see shows that were buck wild. What do I mean by buck wild? That they didn't give a fuck. And the two bands that I have to tell you that I went to see, one was the B-52s on New Year's Eve. I think everybody was on fucking Quaaludes. And the second one was Rick James in '84 in Buffalo. I never saw anything like that in my life. I never saw anything like that in my life. I got like a side invite from a friend of mine that I wasn't really tight with. I knew he was from Buffalo, and I knew he was a Rick James dude, a white dude. And he had told me in Aspen about Rick James and how crazy the shows were. People sucking dick and women flying through the fucking air, and you know. And I was like, come on, man. He goes, no, it's the craziest thing you see. Fucking pills flying everywhere, reefer. It was fucking insane. It was at a bar, like I don't know if it was a venue. I shouldn't say a bar. It was a venue. And, you know, I went. I had the grandma blow in my pocket for later. I never did coke at a concert. I had it for later. I had a few fucking Quaaludes with me, and I went up to this fucking Buffalo. I flew up there out of Newark. My buddy picked me up. We went to his house. We showered. And then we went to the show with another girl. And I got to tell you, fucking Rick, it was 3 hours. I was wiped when I left there. You ever go to a concert, you're fucking tight. Like, thank God that fucking finished. Jesus Christ, I'm high. I hear fucking trumpets in my ear. My legs are sore. I got sweat fucking everywhere. I had sweat in every orifice. Madonna was there. Madonna was somewhere around there. Fucking people were saying Madonna was there. I mean, Rick James put on a hell of a fucking show. So when I heard the documentary was coming, I'm like, oh, I'll keep my eyes open. Friday night, I'm fucking around with the girls. We're playing games, whatever. I come downstairs, and I threw the TV on, and the documentary had just started, maybe 30 minutes in. And I was so fucking happy. It was a 2-hour documentary. It's on Showtime. Fucking tremendous. You know, there's a lot of people that I like as musicians. And there's a lot of people I respect as musicians. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they've done something to make me go, what the fuck was that? You know? Rick James was all those things. I don't know why. I think I had like 3 of his albums, Street Songs, fucking the one with Cold Blooded. I think it's Cold Blooded. It's not that good as Street Songs. And then I had another album. I definitely had the Temptation song he put out. He produced on it, Standing on the Top. It was just, he's just a fucking mess. You know me, dog. I love messes, and I related to messes. You know, I found out watching the documentary, his mother was a bookmaker. I found out he was a draft dodger. I didn't know about this shit. It's tremendous. He was a draft dodger, and he went to Toronto, and he ended up being in a band with Neil Young. Fucking, the stories were tremendous. He got into a fight one night with these rockers, and the rockers that stuck up for him were this band that he found out it was fucking Robbie Robertson and the guy that just got accused of rape and all that shit, that he molested a girl, Bob Dylan. It was them guys. It was that band. It was the band that stuck up for him. He was hanging out with the band. He was hanging out with Mick Taylor from the Stones. He was hanging out with he was the real deal. With Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. He knew Young. I mean, this is fucking, and you know, when you see something like that about a person, you're like, oh, this guy's just not a fucking, there's more behind the bandana. You know what I'm saying? Like, he explains that he was on a plane one time, and he saw an African woman with her hair, and he went up to her, and he goes, what's that? And she showed him pictures, and that's where he got his hairstyle from. That's where he got that fucking Jerry curl from. I mean, it reminded me of songs he had. I forgot that he had a song about the police way before Ice Cube and NWA. I mean, Rick James was the real fucking deal. I was sad that I only got to see him one time, but it gets better. Then when I started comedy, Rick James in 91 was when he fucking burnt the chick with the crack pipe. And I remember I was an open micer, and I was grasping for straws. I was grasping for fucking material. I didn't know what to write. When I read the Rick James incident, Rick James and his girlfriend, Najaki, whatever her fucking name is, some Arabian chick, they fucking were out partying in Hollywood one night, snorting coke. They would bring home chicks, and they would, bust them out. Fucking the chick would bust her asshole, and then Rick James would close the deal and fuck her up for sure. Rick James would tape them having sex and eating each other out. Rick James is a super freak. That's why this song worked. So that's why it worked. You know, you can't sell something if you're not that person. You know what I'm saying? So he fucking invited a girl over. They got all fucking coked up. They were smoking crack. And supposedly, this is the story I got before the documentary, that he tied her up and burned her with the crack pipe. The documentary goes more into it. It explains that the girl robbed coke, like when fucking Shotgun Doug. Remember the Shotgun Doug story when he fucking went into the room and he came back and he thought the chick robbed him. So he put a gun to her head. Same fucking deal. Cocaine is a fucked up drug. So Rick James tied her up and was burning her with a crack pipe. So that was what he did. So I wrote a joke. I was an open micer, guys. You can't fucking be mad at me for this. At least I got the balls to tell you how bad the joke was. My joke was that who was the first black superhero? It was Rick James. Put down the gun, bitch, or I'll burn you with my crack pipe. It was the dumbest fucking thing to come out of my lips, but it worked for the time being. Who gives a fuck? But I love Rick James. He went to jail, whatever. I always loved his music. I loved the fucking... Let me tell you something. When he would sing that song, Mary Jane, the whole place would spark up. And this ain't 2010. This ain't 2020 when weed is legal. They have weed stores. This was when weed was totally illegal. The whole place was sparking up at the fucking venue. So I had never seen anything like that. Yeah, I went to see rock bands where a couple kids would smoke pot and pass the joint around. Ooh, you go see fucking Rick James, everybody in that motherfucker was sparking up a number. It was tremendous. It was one of the best nights of my life. If I got to go back to the best concerts, like I said, it was definitely Rick. I never met him. I wanted to meet him. He was in jail. And sure enough, one night I'm at the motherfucking Comedy Store. And I walk out to the front. It's a boring night. And who's there talking to the doorman? But motherfucking Rick James. So you know me, dog. I'm not a fucking pussy like that or anything. I went back inside. I had a long talk with myself. I said, what do I do here? I love this fucking guy. So I actually went up to Chewy. That was the door guy's name, who was outside with him. And I go, Chewy, I hate to fucking bring this on you, man. Can you introduce me to Rick James? I'm a big fan of his. You know, I go back to 78 with the motherfucker, you know, because he busted out in 81, Rick James, with street songs, with Super Freak and the other jam and the other jam. But in 78, when I went to 5-star basketball camp and I was up there with some brothers, they were already playing Rick James. They were playing a song called You and I, Jesus fucking Christ. It was one of my favorite fucking songs of that summer. You know, my friends were all into rock music, and here I show up with Rick James, like, what the fuck? You're into the fucking yams? Yeah, man, I love soul. I loved Earth, Wind, and Fire at that time. I loved the Isley Brothers. I loved all that shit. But Rick James, when I was in the 8th grade already, I already knew who Rick James was. I had bought that album that You and I is on. I forget the name of it. I'm very sorry. You know, you can't remember fucking everything. But I just love Rick James. So when I saw him at the store, sure enough, I went up to Chewy like a gentleman, and I go, you know, I don't want to I don't want to blow up your spot, as the young kids say. But I want to meet him. Do you think it's okay? And I didn't get a picture. I didn't ask him for no fucking picture. I just went up to him and put my hand out. What's up, Buffy? You know what I'm saying? That's what people from Buffalo, New York call each other. You know, so I said, what's up, Buffy? What's going on? Nice to meet you. We started talking. I told him I went to see him in 84. He told me the name of the venue. I forgot now. You know, he was very nice. He was sober. And that was it. I went on stage and I mind my own business. What do you think? He invited me back to his house to do coke? I'm never that fucking lucky. You know that. Nobody wants to do coke with me. And I probably didn't want to do coke with him. But it was, if you get a chance to watch the Rick James documentary, if you're into that shit, then I suggest you give it a fucking spin. It was great. I enjoyed it, you know, and it's just fucked up when you're a fan of somebody and you have sort of like the same flaws they had. You know, it makes you relatable. Like I still remember like looking up to Rick James, you know. And I don't want you guys to think that just because he did coke, I was a fan of his. My other biggest influence at that time was a guy named Mike O'Corin, a basketball player. He's an announcer for the Nets now. He's never been in trouble, that guy. Like, that guy's never been in trouble. And I hold him sacred, as I did when I was in the 8th grade, to how I do today. As a matter of fact, my friend Jim Haig called me yesterday to ask me a question, and I got to call him back. Today, I'm going to ask him if he can give me Michael Corin's number and maybe get him on the podcast this month, because I love fucking Mike. And now that I'm in Jersey, he lives in Jersey, I live in Jersey, so what the fuck, we might as well get Michael Corin on here. Before we even move any further, I know why you guys are watching this today, and we're going to talk about it a little bit. When I got the call on Saturday, as of Saturday day, I wasn't going to talk about this on the podcast because it's none of my business and it's a fucking tragic fucking story. But it's in front of us. Saturday night, I started getting calls that it was on TMZ, and I read the article, and it broke my fucking heart. She was just on the podcast last fucking Wednesday, and I don't know if you guys know how much I love Kate Quigley. I mean, with all her faults and everything, I mean, we all have faults. If you want to judge, whatever. I didn't realize it till about 2 weeks ago how good of friends we were, you know, and what she meant to me. I had a lot of friends in L.A. You guys know that. But Kate was a super friend. With all her faults, with all her nonsense, with all her little fucking craziness, her fuck boys and everything, I looked past that. I looked past that because I always knew where Kate's heart was. And that's very important for me. I knew where Lee's heart was. I knew where DeAgostino's heart was. I knew where Joe Rogan's heart was. I knew where all these people's heart was, you know. So I turned the blind eye. When I love you, I turn the blind eye. And it's not good. It's not good when I do that. But I have to do that. Because I can never pull you aside and go, hey, man, you shouldn't be smoking pot the amounts that you do. Hey, man, you shouldn't be doing coke in the amounts you do. Hey, man, you shouldn't be doing pills. There's not a lot of things I could pull you over for, pull you aside for, and say, hey, I'm your friend. I'm worried about you. I think you should give this a breather. It's never been one of my best traits. That's not my best trait. Yes, I have taken people aside that I care for and talk to them, you know, if something, like now's the time to talk to Kate. But before this, I didn't see it in my heart. I had heard things, you know, what you guys don't understand is when I have a friend and I hear stuff about him, sometimes I confront them, knowing them, like if I really, really know them that well. But sometimes I can't confront them because I know that they'll never talk to me again. I had a dear friend who was on the podcast maybe 3 or 4 times. I had heard some rumors around about him. One day I pulled him aside and I just asked him a simple question. I said, hey, man, I heard some stuff, you know, take it easy with the nose candy. It's been about 3 years we haven't spoken, just from saying that to somebody, just because you care, you know. So I've learned my lesson the hard way. I know that I had dear friends that came up to me when I was in my dilemma, getting high 7 days a week, and they would pull me aside and say something, and it was a 50-50 whether I talked to them again or not. You know, it's something about people's addiction, something about people's problems, that unless they bring them up to you, you don't want to pull them aside and go, hey, man, I heard you got high in Pittsburgh. And that has nothing to do with me. And it happened to 2 people. And I think now I have a problem. I think now I have to change my friendship ways because I turned a blind eye to Ralphie May. I heard all about the pills and all that shit, but I never questioned him on it because I knew if I questioned him on it, he wouldn't be my friend for much longer. Some people are like that. I don't know why. I'm sure he wouldn't have talked to me for like 3 or 4 months, and then we would have spoken again, but nothing would have been brought up. So that's why I didn't bring it up. But with Kate, I never brought it up. We spoke a couple weeks ago about it. She told me that, you know, she just gets high here and there. So I didn't think it was really a problem. When I got the call, I was at a blues jazz thing, like a blues cookout. There was food trucks. It was really cute. It was really fucking set up great yesterday. I took Mercy to the movies, and then me and my wife hooked up. We hooked up with the neighbors for a while. We bullshitted with them. And then at about 5, we went over to this thing. You know, my wife doesn't cook on Saturday nights. I was like, don't cook tonight. Let's just fucking go out and, you know, watch the game, and I'll go to the blues thing and eat out there. And then I took the girls there first, and while I was waiting online for the barbecue, the phone rang. It was Ryan Sickler. And I go, Ryan, can I call you back? And he's like, Joey, you have to hear this. And he told me he just got the call that 2 of the guys were with Kate, and you know, they did coke and she's in critical condition, and I just like dropped the fucking brisket sandwich, you know. I got on the phone to whoever I could call, and I made like 10 calls before I got to anybody. And I finally got my man DeAgostino, and he's dear friends with one of the guys that passed. My heart goes out to DeAgostino and Rico's family in Boston. You know, it hasn't been released yet. I'm telling you guys because I knew Rico. He was a very sweet kid, you know, and Fu, the other kid that had died, was also a very sweet kid. I got to be honest with you. I know Rico had demons, but I didn't know Food did coke or anything like this. This is how, listen, guys, I am so out of that. I am 26,000 degrees from cocaine. I don't know who does it. I don't know who doesn't do it. You know, I heard at the store that there was a big cocaine problem. And this is between us. I never saw it. If you want me to fucking, when I was doing it, yeah, there was a fucking problem. I was snorting half the fucking snowstorm. I was half the fucking blizzard. I would go walk in the halls and you hear like a fucking blizzard. Yeah, when I was there, I was doing coke and I knew the people were doing coke. But once I stopped doing it, I'm so removed from that world that I didn't even know who the fuck was doing it. And when they told me that there was a cocaine underworld there at night, Kate Quigley's name never came up, so I was like, okay, we don't have a fucking problem here. You know, once they start talking about it at the comedy clubs, that's where it gets bad. Trust me, I was one of those people that they started talking about. You know, there was a couple club owners that said little things about me, and I wasn't getting high at the club. I was just getting high in my room, but you could tell when you walk in to do a show at 8 o'clock and you look like you got hit by 2 cars, you know, they know that you're up to fucking something. So I don't know what the fuck to say, guys. I know you guys are looking to me to do a reaction on this. I have no reaction. My heart goes out to her. Like I told her agent who called me last night, I don't know. I don't want them to reach out to her mom. She mentioned it last week, and she's mentioned it to me various times, that her mom's a little sick, you know, so I don't want to push the mom over the top. Obviously, you guys saw that she answered back Red Band on Twitter, so Red Band tweeted her, and she, or texted her. Red Band texted her. Red Band was one of the concerned ones. Ryan Sickler was very concerned. D'Agostino was concerned. Lee was concerned, you know. The thing I didn't understand the most about this was whoever spoke to TMZ, they threw Hootie in all this. You know, why would you throw Hootie in all this? I can't imagine what he must feel like right now. Hootie had nothing to do with this. They hadn't been seeing each other in months. Why would you mention Hootie? And then on the bottom of the TMZ article, it said that she was knee-deep in the Hollywood scene with Jeff Ross, Donnell Rawlings, myself, and some other fucking names. What was that there for? To make me fucking feel bad? To make Donnell feel bad? I mean, what was that there for? I didn't get what that was there for. It threw me for a loop and it put a tear in my eye. I was like, I hope people don't associate me with fucking cocaine. I had enough problems with it. It's been 14 years since I even held that shit in my fucking hand. So I hope people aren't putting me with this. I'm in fucking New Jersey, for people who don't know, and this went down in California. So I have no fucking idea of what's what, guys. So before you even go there and start saying, Joey, you're good friends with her. I am dear friends with her, but I have no fucking idea, you know, what's going on. I don't talk to her on a weekly, you know. And when I do talk to Kate and I say to her, what'd you do last night? And she goes, I did a spot at Nova. I did a spot at the Ha-Ha. I don't ask if she snorted coke last night. That's got nothing to fucking do with me. You know what I'm saying? That's got nothing to do with Uncle Joey. I'm saying prayers for her. I hope that she gets out of this okay. I'm going to call an attorney when I finish the podcast today. I'm going to make a few calls tonight, you know, once the holiday. I don't think fucking it's a holiday. Nobody's working. I'm going to call an attorney and just to see, you know, I have an attorney friend here. I'm going to call in a little while and just talk to him and see if she's going to be in any trouble, if she needs an attorney for, you know, when they sit her down around the cops. I don't want her to say anything that's going to get her in fucking trouble, you know. And that's the next step. I'm going to just talk to her when she's ready to talk to me, and no judgment. I'm going to try to help her out as much as I can. You know, I'm going to try to see if she wants to move back here with us for a month or two just to get a family's love. And I'm going to turn around to Better Help. That's the least, that's the least I could do. Real quick, The Joint is brought to you today by Better Help. Better Help is an experienced. I love Better Help. I don't know. My life has changed after Better Help. I never thought I would be a student of therapy, but I was so fucking confused, and the no stand-up and the fucking withdrawals, and the whole world had me twisted around. If you watch any of the podcasts in October, November, December, January, I just wasn't myself. And I reached out to a few people because I always believed that your friends are the best therapy you could have. But I think I was a little wrong. And BetterHelp.com really helped me out. It's affordable, and you don't have to be fancy-ass New Yorker to pay for this. Financial aid is available. And now you can send messages to your therapist anytime. They'll get back to you in between sessions, okay? It's all remote. You want to have you'll never have to lay on a stupid fucking couch again. It's a flexible schedule. You could do it on the phone, on a video chat. It's at your convenience. You could do it on Zoom. And they'll match you with a perfect therapist. For me, it was one shot. Dana is tremendous. She's helped me with the comedy thing. She's helped me with the fucking pill thing. She's helped me with some coping skills I had problems with. Just, listen, man, we all have behavioral problems. We don't know how to fucking act, and I'm one of those people. I'm not scared to fucking admit it, I'm just one of those fucking people. So if you're having problems, if you need to talk to somebody, this is very impersonal. You could do it right from the comfort of your own home. And guess what? Take a look at me. It fucking works. I love it. I got a call with her tomorrow at 5:30 with Dana. And I got some stuff written down. I run with it through her. And that's my world now. I mean, I'm 58. I've never gone through if I knew what I knew now, I would have done therapy while I was doing stand-up. Last year, 2019, 2018, I really need to see a therapist. And BetterHelp filled the fucking void for me. So do me a favor. Just for our listeners at The Joint, BetterHelp has a great offer to help you get started, okay? What we're going to do is this. We're going to help you out with BetterHelp.com/Diaz, D-I-A-Z. And I'm going to give you 10% off your first month. First off, it's affordable. It's cheap. It's not going to put you, it's not going to set you up. It's not a car payment. I love it. I love it because it's affordable. It's cheap. I could do it in the morning. I could do it in the afternoon. I just come back here, throw the computer on, boom. It gives you a link. You have a password onto your site. She could send you messages through there. The scheduling is through there. It's nice and easy. So do me a favor. Go to BetterHelp.com right now. Sign up. Press in code Diaz. I'm going to give you 10% off your first month, and you're going to love it. You're going to love it. Go to BetterHelp.com right now. Press in code Diaz and get 10% off your first month. This is therapy for 2021. No more going to an office and sitting there and she's got a watch in front of you. You are getting sleepy. I don't want to do that either. That's too much drama for Uncle Joey. BetterHelp.com. If you want, ask for Dana. She's done wonders with me. I was stuck in some places. I've been stuck since I'm a kid. You know me. So go to BetterHelp.com/Diaz. So as far as Kate's concerned, this is what makes my fucking ears stand up. 3 people died. 3 people died. That's Santeria type shit. Like, I gotta go get a goat. A chicken won't even fucking help me. I gotta get a goat and like a lizard and offer them to the fucking gods, 3 people passed away. 3 fucking people. And what I tell you guys in the beginning of all this shit, COVID is about fucking death. This whole period has been about death. They've been negotiating for our lives since last fucking March. This can never happen. This can never happen. I've known how many fucking lines did I do? 29 years of cocaine. I never bumped into fucking fentanyl. And now it's in everything. Guys, if you're in California, it's in everything. I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if you don't know this. I don't know if you want to hear this. You know, I don't trust anything in California. Listen, thank God. Thank God. I had a friend here in Jersey who from time when I would fly back to do comedy shows, he would wrap up 2 or 3 Xanaxes, the blue ones, and an aluminum foil. And I told Mike, they would last me fucking 2 months. You know what? I would get my Xanax from the doctor. I would get all my blood pressure medications from the doctor. I would get my weed from a legit place. I knew the grower. I knew everybody, because I'm going to tell you something. That fucking fentanyl is in everything in L.A. Everything. If you buy Mexican Xanax, it's in there. If you buy Mexican pain pills, it's in there. You buy those fucking pills, they look like the ones that you get from the pharmacy. But they're not. They're Mexican. They make them in Mexico, and they throw a bunch of fucking shit in there. You don't know what the fuck you're taking. How do I know? Because remember when I pulled my fucking hamstring? November 18th, whatever the fuck the date was, November 8th. When I pulled my hamstring that night, I'll never forget Whitney Cummings saying, does anybody have a pain pill? And nobody had anything. And people were like, what kind of comedy club is this where there's no fucking opioids up in this motherfucker? As I was walking out, one of the young girls, it's a doorman, she was like a phone girl or whatever, and sweet girl, came up to me. She goes, Joey, I went around. All I could find for you was a little pain pill and a fucking Xanax. It was one of those blue Xanaxes. I bit off half of one. Now, my friend in Jersey had been giving me one that I would just take on the road. You know, if I had problems sleeping, if I got to somewhere where there was a time zone difference, I would have to pop one. Now, the one time I popped one from that night after that I pulled my hamstring, the next morning I woke up, I'm like, something doesn't feel bueno. I took that pill, what was left of it, 3/4, I threw it in the fucking toilet. It just didn't feel good. And I'm going to tell you something else. There's fucking edibles that got fentanyl in them. Mike and I were just talking about an edible I used to get here that I've been telling people for years that this edible has something weird in it. It's those hash tabs I used to get. Listen, more power to them. I'm not mad at them. If they gave me one now, I'd probably take it. They're 30 milligrams. But think about it. They were 30 fucking milligrams, and they would put you on your fucking ass, these things. I remember one day I did 2 or 3 of them, and I was falling asleep at a restaurant. And that was the night my wife pulled me aside, and she's like, listen, Joey, you're 57 years old. You can't be falling asleep at a fucking restaurant at 7 o'clock at night. And I'm like, you got a point there. And that's when I stopped doing edibles in the daytime. It was because I was on those fucking hash tabs, and I was fucking nodding. So I've always said it. The pharmacy years ago, I'm talking 15 years ago, had a cookie that people were getting fucked up on, especially me. One night I ate a fucking brownie from them, and I had that restless leg syndrome from fucking L.A. all the way to Pittsburgh on a connecting flight. When I was walking through a connecting flight in Chicago, my legs were buckling on me and shit. And I'm like, I'll never eat this fucking thing again. I never did. And then I kept saying, you know what? I'm going to give those pharmacy cookies and those pharmacy brownies a little fucking breather. But what do you think happened? Somebody fucking ate one of those cookies, slipped, banged their fucking head. They went down to the pharmacy, bought a cookie, and had it tested. And sure enough, that motherfucker had Malukia juice in it and like heroin. So you could feel when something's not. You could feel it, guys. Even with the fucking edibles, I could feel. And I swear to God, I heard they're putting some fentanyl in weed. So you have to watch what you get and they're even putting fentanyl in the vaccine. How's that one for you, cocksuckers? So if you do a little fucking vaccine, you're going to get a little fentanyl out. Fentanyl's in everything. You got to assume. So do me a favor. Do your Uncle Joey a big fucking favor. If you go to a party, if you're out, unless you know the fucking drug dealer and you've known him for years and he's a reputable drug dealer, which that's a fucked up oxymoron, a reputable drug dealer. There's no reputable drug dealers. Even the fucking big pharma motherfuckers, fucking TV fucks, and they're trying to fucking kill you. They really are. Big pharma's a bunch of TV fucks. So when you say a reputable drug dealer, no, I'm talking about like a street dealer. Like if I was to do coke, which I'm not, after 14 years, there's only 2 people I would buy coke from. 2 people. That's it. If I was in Jersey, there'd probably be 3 people. I got a guy here that's legit. He's been doing it since fucking the Colombians, opened up shop. And he knows where to get it. Do I talk to him anymore? No, I haven't spoken to him in 3 months. But if I was to do coke, that's where I would go, to this guy, because he knows where to get the best fucking powder in the world. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know shit. I don't know. I know where to get weed. I know where to get great fucking weed. Speaking of great weed, I hope you stop by fucking the ice cream shop. Laughing Gas is in full fucking effect. People hit me up on Twitter going, Joey, I'm walking around feeling like Kate right now. I smoked some of that Laughing Gas. I'm fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That Laughing Gas ain't no joke. And this ain't no joke. These are little gram bags for biscotte. Biscotte. Fucking tremendous reefer. That's for little Mikey, to get him going for a few days. But back to what we were talking about here. Yeah, I want you guys to, I hope this is a wake-up call for a lot of fucking people. And I hope this is a big wake-up call for Kate. I love her. This does not change my admiration for her or my friendship status with her. And if you guys don't like it, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Go fuck yourselves. You don't abandon a fucking friend when she goes through this right now. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm not concerned about the fentanyl and the coke with Kate. I'm more concerned with her insides. Kate's got a great heart. Like I told you motherfuckers in the beginning, the most important thing, the most important gift that God gave me ever was not comedy, was not my fucking tolerance to weed, was none of that. God gave me a gift to understand where people's heart was. I just always, when somebody gets in trouble or whatever, I know you want to kick them in the fucking stomach, because that's what we're trained to do as fucking douchebags. But I want you to step back and look at the whole picture and go, you know what? I know that person. I know that person well. I don't know that person as like these people know him, So I fell in love with Kate years ago because she was just a simple little girl that wants to be in love. That's it. That's it. And she doesn't know where to start. She's in a society that everybody's pointed to your tits and your fucking pussy. That's the society she's in. I've tried to talk her out of that. I tried to explain to her that she's more than just a pair of tits and pussy and a pretty fucking face. She's a warm fucking woman, man. And she's always been very warm to me. And there's comics that don't have her warmth. And she's been thrown under the bus for years. Female comics have always shit on fucking Kate. They've been rude to her. They've been mean to her. And that's why I was her friend all those years. Because, I felt the same way. A lot of people didn't like me for whatever reasons. And you know what? They could suck my dick because my heart's always been in the right place. If you meet me, if you know anything about me, you'll say, hey, he's a little fucked up, but his head's in the right place. His heart's in the right place. At least he fucking tries, And that's the most important thing. So when Kate gets out of this, she doesn't need help for her drug treatment or whatever. She's going to need help in her heart. This whole, her relationship thing fucked her up. Hey guys, throw a fucking rock if you've never been fucked up over something. Then you could cast a fucking stone. But until that time, you can't. I don't know what the fuck is happening in today's world that everybody feels like they could, say shit to you automatically. It doesn't work that way. I was looking at what happened last week with Rogan. Listen, man, I spoke to Rogan way before where he got COVID. He was leaving for Florida on Thursday. I think I spoke to him on like Monday. We spoke about alternative treatments to COVID. We didn't speak about the horse dewormer, to be honest with you, but we spoke about monoclorial, whatever the fuck. He's a smart dude. He looked into all this shit, If he didn't want to get vaccinated, he didn't want to get vaccinated. There's people that don't want to get vaccinated. I ain't fucking mad at you. But, he got it on Sunday. He really got it on Thursday night because it showed up on Saturday night. If you read the fucking article or speak to him, he'll tell you. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's 5 days the last time I fucking checked. 5, not 3. He didn't test fucking He didn't get clean in 3 days. He went with what everybody else went through. 5 days. Some people go through 10 days. He sped up the fucking thing. Like he said, he threw the fucking kitchen sink at it. I mean, listen, if you had the means and all this shit, you would too. You know, people are mad at him for doing it. People are mad at him for doing the fucking wormer. People are mad at him for 1,000 things. He did it all right. He fucking quarantined. He kept to himself. He didn't work out. He didn't go out of his way to fucking spread him. He's resting this week. He's resting for a couple days. He's tired, you know. He was just being honest. What he showed you is what they're saying is bullshit. What they're saying. Listen, I sat here with you guys and we talked about vaccines. You know, listen, I wouldn't have gotten vaccinated, but I knew it was going to be this. I got to go to a fucking premiere this month. I wanted to go to the movies yesterday with my Saturday with my daughter. There's things I got to do that they're going to ask for fucking vaccines. I knew this in the very beginning. That's why I went to get vaccinated. I know listen, people are getting it even though they're vaccinated. That don't sound good. And now they want you to run down there and get vaccinated. Something here don't sound fucking right to me either. But it's too late. I did it. Let's move the fuck on. And we're learning as we go on. You know, you could order fucking the Trump shit from fucking India. Look at the therapy they're doing in Florida. DeSantis is doing with the fucking cold bag and the Z-Pack and all that. Guys, that's all he said, that there's alternative remedies than getting a vaccine. That's it. I don't know why people are losing their fucking mind. And he proved it to you. That he had the alternative medicine to get rid of it in 5 fucking days. You can't be mad at the guy. Listen, I feel a lot better now. I feel a lot more confident now. And so should you motherfuckers. Now you know, if you get this fucking thing, you're not gonna fucking die. And Rogan fucking proved it. I think he fucking did great by it. So what he did, hey, listen, that's what America is. We have our own choice. If I said to you right now, I'm going to go do cocaine because cocaine kills fucking COVID. It's like, you ever think about the guy who invented mushrooms? Like, who sat there one day, tipped over a cow, and said, whoa, there's a mushroom under there. I'm going to fucking eat this thing. So the guy who did the horse dewormer, you know, he was looking at his horse asshole. He saw the worms climbing out of it, and he's like, maybe this will save fucking COVID. I don't fucking know. Let me fucking eat it. I don't fucking know. But if he's cured in 5 days, he didn't have to go to the hospital, and he didn't die. That's success in my fucking world.
If you're healthy, too.
If you're healthy, and this is what we've been discussing. He was prepared for it. He was prepared for it. Sleep, water, vitamins, sunlight. No stress. You know, he was prepared for it. He was prepared. So when you're fucking prepared, this is what happens. Who the fuck is bothering me now? I have no fucking idea. Everybody wants to know how Kate is doing. I don't know how Kate's doing. It's like I'm calling the fucking hospital. The hospital, I know what hospital she's at, and I was thinking about calling, but they're not going to put you on the phone unless your family in the hospital can't tell you nothing because they'll get fucking sued. So that's the problem we fucking have. But listen, I'm not here to shit your fucking week up. I'm here to tell you that we learned something. We learned now that can't be doing shit from the street no more, guys. It's over. You got to know the people you're copping this shit from. If not, this is going to be the future now. Who the fuck? I think 6 people died in Long Island last week from it. Maybe it's the same. Maybe it's not. I don't fucking know. So it was Rico, Fu. Somebody told me last night the dealer died and his girlfriend passed. So that's 4 people that are, you know, 2 that were with Kate, obviously, or maybe 3. I do not know. I will keep you guys posted on Wednesday's podcast as this opens up, you know. We're trying, and I am going to help her. So for you guys that checked up in on me this morning and on Patreon and on Twitter, and thank you very much, you know. I'm okay. You know, I'm feeling good. I feel bad in my heart for her. I feel bad about how she must be feeling right now. You know, this has to be a little much for a little fucking head. You know, I'm not going to put any pressure on her. Like I said, in a couple days, we'll get a hold of her and we'll explain to her that we have a home here for her. I spoke to my wife about it, and love, and a family, and a child. You know, when there's a child, there's a little warmth. So I'll open up my door to her, and maybe she stops doing this shit, and maybe some of you guys will, this will open up your eyes also. Like I said, the joint is not about fucking boasting. It's not about fucking we're better than you. It's not about anything. It's just opening your eyes to things that got me in fucking trouble the last 40 years and trying to let you know that don't stumble upon it. And if you do get in trouble, you're not fucking done. There is an answer, and there is life after that. You just got to figure it out on your own. Fucking man up and move forward and keep your fucking chin up. And that's it. And that's what I'm going to tell Kate to do. Keep your chin up. Who gives a fuck? They're going to talk bad about you fucking anyway. Who gives a fuck? They could all fucking suck your dick. And you have a job to do now. You have to prove to them that you're a bad motherfucker the same way I did. I got locked up. Yeah, I made some mistakes. Who gives a fuck? I'm a bad motherfucker. Now it's time to fucking prove it. Nothing wrong with making a fucking mistake. Like I tell people all the time, I'm not the smartest motherfucker in the world, you know, but I made 2,000 fucking more mistakes than anybody else. So I do know a couple things about fucking mistakes, and I do know a little bit about getting yourself out of a fucking hole of misery. And that's what we're here for on the fucking joint. So write a little message for Kate there. Send Joe Rogan some love. You motherfuckers tortured him on Instagram last week. He got like 40,000 fucking horrible messages. But it doesn't matter, man. As long as you survive and what works for you, that's all that matters. We've forgotten. This COVID has fucked up our brain. This whole thing has fucked us up completely. I don't know why. We've gone away from our humanity, and we got to go back to it, because it's going to be a long motherfucking winter, guys. If not. So prepare for it. Swallow your fucking pride a little bit and man the fuck up. Like I said, that's it. It's time to take motherfucking responsibility. You got the fucking world by the balls. It's Monday. It's Labor Day. We got a whole new fucking month starting. We got a whole new fucking season starting. We're going into the winter. We're going into COVID fucking cave over here in Jersey. I hope not. I hope that we blow past through this. I hope that we don't duplicate what happened in Israel, which is what we look at, the model we're looking at, what happens in Israel and Great Britain. We expect it over here, so we're expecting a horrible fucking winter, but I'm hoping for a good alternative. I'm sorry about my fucking gums. They cut into them again, and they have to replace the fucking bridge, and the bridge fucking fell off the other day, so if I'm talking a little weird, I gotta wait till this afternoon to go back to the fucking dentist and put the fucking bridge in, and you guys want to know why I'm fucking cracked. But I'm good. I'm having a good fucking day. It's gonna be a great week, and it's gonna be a great month. I made some fucking calls. I think I'm gonna do the Q&A at I forget what it is, a festival they're doing the 28th and 29th. I think I'm going to do Eatontown, the movie theater in Eatontown for the Many Saints in Newark. Yeah, we're still working on. I'm trying to get. When I went down to AMC yesterday, I spoke to them, and they're like, well, we don't know if we could do that here. We have to check with management, so fuck them. I'm going to get a movie theater if it fucking kills me, or an outdoor parking lot, a drive-in. That will be the ticket. A drive-in would be a lot better if we could just pull in with our fucking cars and pull the fuck out of there when the fucking movie's over. That would be the best bet. I'd like to do it outside, you know, so we could, nobody could get COVID. Nobody, you know, I don't have to feel fucking guilty. That's the thing I'm feeling most guilty about. But we're all fucking adults, and, you know, we'll give a little space in between chairs. Nobody have to smell each other's farts. I promise. I don't like smelling farts. If you can smell a fart, you can smell COVID. You know what I'm saying? Nothing fucking changes. I love you, motherfuckers. Thank you. Happy Labor Day. That's it. The winter is fucking coming. Kids are going back to school this weekend. I'm fucking ecstatic. You understand me? But I'm more ecstatic about today's podcast. I think it was fucking great. I think we got the bases covered for a fucking Monday. And I think you're ready to sling some fucking dick and let them all sniff your fucking nutsack, all right? I love you, cocksuckers. Thank you for supporting. And now for a word from my motherfucking sponsors, Jack. All right, I want to thank you guys for listening on a beautiful Monday morning. Happy Labor Day to you guys. You know I love you, and I want you to have a great week. The Joint is brought to you by Better Help. What's standing in the way of achieving your goals? Nothing. Figure it out with Better Help. You know what's standing in the middle? You. Listen, I was having some problems. I had some doubts, and a friend of mine referred Better Help, and I got on board with Dana, and it has been tremendous. We talked out the comedy thing. We talked out my personal couple little problems I have. This is not a crisis line. This is not self-help. Better Help is professional therapy, all online. It's all remote. You won't have to lie on a stupid couch ever again. You have a flexible schedule. You could do it on the phone or on videos. I do it on videos. I do it right on the computer. You get a good match. They'll put you with a licensed therapist who's right for you, and if they don't, you call them and they'll put you with the right one. It's the most important part of therapy. You need someone you feel like you could talk to, who gets you, and Dana gets who I am. It's fast. When you sign up, you can start talking to your therapist within 48 hours. No waiting around. It's affordable. And now you can send message to your therapist anytime. They'll get back to you in between sessions. Don't like your person? If you want to switch therapists, you can do it anytime for free. BetterHelp makes it nice and easy. They're 100% remote and available worldwide. You don't have to live in a big city to get quality therapy anymore. Trust me, it helps to have somebody outside your world to talk to. I didn't think so, but boy, did they change my mind. It's easy to schedule, it's affordable, and it'll take a load off your shoulders like it did me. Over 1 million people have taken charge of their mental health, especially now. Join them. Do me a favor. Just for the Joint listeners, BetterHelp has a great offer. I'm going to get you started. You're going to go to betterhelp.com, press Diaz. Okay, so it's betterhelp.com/Diaz. I'm going to give you 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Diaz. Better, BETTER. Come on, I didn't even win a spelling bee contest, and I know betterhelp.com/Joey. That's betterhelp.com/Joey. I'm going to give you 10% off your first month. Get BetterHelp today and start living a happier life. The Joint is also brought to you by DraftKings. That's it. Sunday is the best time of the fucking year. You got the fucking Vikings at the Bengals. You got the Jets at the Panthers. You got the Seahawks at the Colts. It's the first Sunday of the NFL, and we're going to win you some money on DraftKings. The Joint is brought to you by DraftKings. You can tell by my voice, I am fucking excited. I love betting football, and this is my time of the year. DraftKings Sportsbook is the official sports betting partner of the NFL. We're going to give all new players a hell of an offer. You ready? Write this down. You bet $1 on any football game in the NFL, and you're going to cash $200 in free bets. Let me repeat that again, because it's Monday. You're a little fucking retarded from the weekend. $1 on any game, and you're going to cash $200 for free. Instantly, no matter what. You heard me the fuck right. Free Gitas. Bet $1 and get 200. Are you kidding me or what? I know I got $1 and I could use 200 fucking friends, okay? So DraftKings is the best in the West. It's safe, secure, and reliable. Withdraw your money at your convenience. That's very important. So do me a favor right now. I know it's Monday. You want to be prepared. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use promo code Joey when you sign up. Receive 200 in free bets when you place $1 bet on any Week 1 NFL game. That's promo code Joey to get you 200 in free bets instantly, and that also works for college ball. I'm throwing that out there too. Bet any college game, I'm going to get you $200 in free bets for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook app, the official sports betting partner of the NFL. You got to be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, Pennsylvania only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Now, if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. If you're in Indiana, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. If you're straight, no problems, Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and let's win some fucking geeters. It's the first week. The lines are going to be soft. I guarantee you make a little money, but it starts with you. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use promo code Joey to receive 200 in free bets. And hey, you got a winner here. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and let's win some money. The joint is also brought to you by CBD Lion. Fucking phenomenal, you understand me? I love these gummy bears right here. They're delicious. You take one of these fucking yellow ones and a little red one right here, and you blast them. Oh my goodness. Fucking delicioso. They stop the anxiety. They slow you down. But hey, it's all up to you. Go to CBDLion.com right now. Read the third-party lab results. Get to learn about CBD, CBN, and how it can help you. And let's get the ball going, okay? Health is the most important thing right now. You're gonna be prepared. You have to be prepared. Drinking water, sleeping, CBD. Let's get it all right. It's that time of the year. Go to CBDLion.com. Read. If you like something, whether it's the gummy bears, the bath ball, the hemp flower, boom! Press in code Joey, Church, Joint, and get 20% off delivered right to your house. CBD Lion, the best CBD out there. How do I know? It's been with me for 3 years. It's helped me through a surgery, and it's just phenomenal. You trust me, you trust CBDLion.com right now. Press in code Joey. I want to thank CBD Lion. I want to thank Better Help, and I want to thank DraftKings for giving you free money. This Sunday, the NFL starts, so you'll be tip-top magoo and fucking ready. I love you guys. Have a great Monday. Have a great Labor Day. We'll be back Wednesday, tip-top magoo, 7 a.m. to take you to a new fucking dimension. I love you, cocksuckers. Stay black.